What's up, YouTube? This is Todd and Sienna, and we're going to be installing the Carnavi system into the 2008 Gallardo today. Just got it in the mail from Hong Kong yesterday. Haven't even opened up the box yet, so we'll do that together, kind of see what's all in there, and then we'll get into the car and see how easy this thing is to hook up. Sienna, you want to take this? All right, so let's see. Here is the box it came in. It's part up already, but I have not opened this up. So let us see what we have inside. All right. Good packaging. Lots of wires. And here is the system. Ooh, more wires. All right. So this must be, I got a front-facing camera, and I have the factory installed rear-facing camera already. So backup camera adapter. Everything's nicely labeled, which is cool. This handy dandy bag. Cool. So it says, please peel off this mask after application completed. So very cool that they're covering up the screen so we don't scratch it. It looks pretty awesome and pretty factory from what I can see. Right away I see that it says remove the screw before installation. So there's two screws right here, and I'm just doing it with my hands. So throw those to the side. Just make sure there's nothing else like that. Looks like there's a fuse right there. Let's look at the back for a second. GPS, Wi-Fi, DTV, ATV, mic, ATV, radio input. So supposedly this is all plug and play, so we will see how plug and play it really is once we get in there. Let's open up this bag and kind of see what's in here. Holy moly, there's a lot of stuff. GPS antenna, wiring harness, more wires, factory GPS antenna adapter. Looks like we got some 3M tape. Looks like some braces, brackets. And then I know that these are the keys that you need to use. And I'll show you once we get in the car. I did see a video on this, and there are 4 here and there once we get into the car. So I think what we'll do is go over to the car and see how we can pull out the factory and see what this looks like. So let's go over there, and I'll open up this door for you. So I put a blanket down, a towel down, just so we didn't scrape anything on the inside. Now, if I remember correctly, we have to go, so there's here, there's one, and then the last one is behind the touchscreen, so we're going to have to turn the car on to grab that one. So pull this in. Interesting. Really feel that going in very well. That one felt better. Ooh. Okay, they bend pretty easily, so this should be interesting. All right, so let me just... Now, if the DVD is in there, you have a DVD, you probably want to pop it out because you're not going to be able to get it out later. This is probably the navigation system, which it is. So we'll keep that. We can probably close that back up. And close that off. Okay, so let's see how we pull this thing out, which is interesting. Okay. All right, we are now back. We figured it out. One, these things are not very helpful, but I mean, they're helpful, but like they're not easy. You gotta like push them in there and then kind of pull out so you're grabbing the radio, which it worked better on top. I'm still having issues here. This one's stuck in, which is great. These are not. Almost, okay. So this is the way to do it, is stick them in. You don't need all four to pull out. It might unlock something, I don't know, but like if you pull out and that way and this way, you got it. So I grabbed it. So here we go. This is coming out now. All right. Boy, oh, it didn't like that. Okay. I just turned the radio off, which is probably what I was supposed to do. So apologies, that's what it was. It didn't like the fact that the radio was still on, which makes sense. So let's just look at this and try to figure out for the next time. So it looks like these are, so when you stick it in, you're probably grabbing yeah, see, you're grabbing this thing and it's pushing it in. So as the further you get in, it pushes in and it probably just clips right there. So hopefully that's helpful if somebody comes after me and wants to do this. That's how it works. It's always, once you do it, then it's like, oh, okay, no big deal. All right, so let's see if you can get behind it just to see what this looks like. So, ooh, there's a little fan right there. So by the way, I thought I got shocked. It's just a little fan. So I just want to get a good video of the whole thing. So just in case we got to replug everything back in, we know where it goes. See if you can just pan through everything, Sienna, so you see what it looks like. Well, let's go ahead and just start unplugging things. I mean, why not? Why not just keep getting your...
The fan's fighting back.
The fan is fighting back. All right. So here's what we figured out. Each one of these has a little tabby on it, as we thought. It was just, you know, again, didn't know what we were doing, trying to be really careful. Definitely put something down here because it was scraping back and forth. As you can see, nothing happened, which is great. But so this top one where I kept buzzing myself on the fan, there's a little tab right here, and you just got to press it down and pull it out. This one that I was struggling with. Now, the green one just popped out because there was a little tabby right there, but this whole thing that I was trying to pull these out individually, you don't need to. It was in like this, and there's this thing right here, okay? So you pull it up, and it literally popped itself out. So pretty simple. I mean, it's just because I've never done this before, right? Same thing here. This was plugged in the top up here, and this was down like this. And I just popped it up, and once it came over, it just popped itself out. And then the last one that was on the bottom, same thing. There's a little tab right here, and you just got to push it up and pull it out. So most of them I did by my hand, but Sienna got me this little tiny screwdriver, which I'm sure we all have somewhere, and it helped with popping off the purple one to get under there. It helped with the white one just to push it, just because I don't have any nails. And it definitely helped with this one to get just in there. And then once I got in the crease, I just popped it like this. So again, pretty simple. And then just here's the old one. The back of it, everything's out, right? So we'll grab the new one and just see how plug and play it is. Again, I'll probably have to mess with it a little bit to find out kind of what goes where. So I'll stop for a second. We'll kind of look at that so maybe it flows a little bit better in the video. Okay, so after doing some research here and looking at everything, it really looks intimidating, but it really is plug and play after I figured it out. Okay, so remember we unplugged all of this stuff. First of all, the purple one, once you unplug it, you never use it again. Don't even worry about it. Everything else just plugs right into the main port. You've got in the back here, the antenna plugs right in. There is the GPS, just match up the gold to the gold, and then plug this in, the port here in the back here for this. You're going to plug all of these cables into the back. There's only one place to push it. And then you're just going to take the whites and whites and the reds and reds, right? And all it is, these are your speakers. So front left, rear right, front right. And just match them up. They got little labels on them and they just plug right into each other. Okay? The other thing is now for the new version, you don't have to buy the non-factory backup camera. So if you have a factory backup camera, it sticks right in here. There's only one place that it'll fit. But here's the tricky part. Once you plug this in, you actually have to, where the wires go is back here, behind the handbrake, in the little glove compartment. There are literally 3 screws that you have to unscrew. Okay, don't lose those. I unscrewed them, and it's got one of those. It's a star screwdriver, a small one. Just unscrew those, keep those safe. They're over on the workbench, and this pops right out. The only thing else holding this on is the cigarette lighter. I took my lighter out and I have a USB port, but you can pop this off if you want. I didn't. I just put it to the side. Now, here's the tricky part. Those wires, there's 2 of them, and I'm going to show you a picture of it. There is a port here, and there's a port there. Do not pull the gold nub out, or you will spend the next hour of your life trying to put it back in. That sucked. And you don't even need to do anything with it. So it's already in there, just leave it in there. The plug on this side, pull that out. I recommend you take all your Apple Watches, your man bracelets, any other jewelry you have on, rings, because you will scratch that up and you might scratch something in here that you don't want to scratch up, like say the carbon fiber that I have here. So I took all that off, and then once you unplug this little puppy, you take the plug that came from the back of the unit and plug it in there. And then what was plugged in there goes into the other side here. And then you're done. Then you just have to feed it through all the way back to the front. And I'll just tell you what I did there, but I want to show you something. So I found online on the Carnavi site where they show you, hold on. This is the plug that comes out of the back, okay? There's the golden nub that I said do not pull out. It is so hard to get in. This was a little difficult to get out, and that's what it looks like. It fits right into this B, right? So I pulled that out straight up. I honestly, and be careful, but I did pull it by the wires. You probably shouldn't, but it was the only way. My hands are not big, and it was tight in there. But you put from the wire, you put A into there, smaller one, and then what was in there goes into the other piece that's hanging off there, and that's it. Okay, so then what do you do from there? I pulled the wire from underneath here and I just pulled it out the side. So, Sienna, you might want to back out of the car for a second so I can show them. Okay, like out there. And please, please put a blanket or something over all your stuff so you don't scratch it up, because this is laying here, moving it around. So that wire, all I did was pull it out through here. You can literally stick your fingers underneath the console here all the way to the front. Okay, so I literally ran the wire up under here. You can see a little plug here. The guy that had it before me put a radar detector. That's the on-off switch right there. So I'll fix that eventually. But I use that where that is to push it in. But even if it wasn't there, because I tried it on the other side, you can pull the plug through up through there and then just literally use your finger to shove the wire under, and then you don't see it. It's totally clean, and the glove compartment will be fine. And then I just fed it up, and I put my arms through here. Another reason why you don't want to have watches on this stuff, because you're going to have to get up in there. But you can grab it and then pull it out, and here I did, and then that was it. I just plugged it in the back. Then you're done. That's everything. These are the USB ports that come, and you stick it in the same white hole back here. Now, I'll just shove those down and probably out the same spot over here. You can do it on the driver's side. But, see, if you want to come in here, I'll show them. Now, I have it. Here. And we'll just see. There you go. Pretty simple. And you'll see it still has the Lamborghini symbol. Just takes a second to pop on. I still left the tape on for now. Oh, there we go. It says Android, but you can get Android or you can get Apple Play. I have Apple Play on it, so you'll see. Go to the radio. And turn the... See, it works. Just turn the music off. Oh. So there you can see my Apple Play came up. I can go... Just like now it's just like an iPad. You can go to back to the car and you have the radio, and that's it. I'll turn it on. You guys can hear my exhaust, but I'll show you the back of the camera works too. So it was pretty plug and play, as it said. Once you understand where everything goes, it looks like a lot, and I will throw this in there, clean some of these up, and then I'll just take a snapshot so you guys can see it fits right in there. But that was the Carnaviplayer. Took me a little bit just to figure it out, but like it pretty much is self-explanatory where things go. It just looks more confusing than it really is because there's a lot of stuff there. But if there's any questions or comments, just comment down below, as they say, and I will be happy to reply. What do you think, Sienna?
Cool.
Cool. All right, I just wanted to finish it off showing you guys that I shoved it all in there. It fits perfectly. I mean, you can't even tell. Looks great. And I put everything back over there. Everything looks good there. Oh, gonna clean it out. Do a little dusting. But we'll go. There it is.
Awesome.